Okay, starting off this week so slow. I did not have any sales at all until very late last night, and I had one come through. I did set a I think it's a 20% sale on my eBay because my eBay has been radio silent and stressing me out. And this is an item that actually sold really quickly in only 3 days. So this is a shirt that I sourced when I went out in the springtime to a local thrift shop's 99-cent sale where all long sleeve shirts were on sale for 99 cents, and about half of them I put aside to list on later on. And this is, I think, the last one I've listed from that specific haul. And like I said, it sold in 3 days. And it is this t-shirt from another Life is Good selling for me. And it's actually a really nice shirt. If this had been my mom's size, I probably would have saved it for her because she does like Life is Good. But it's this snowflake, and in the snowflake, it has just like a lot of really positive affirmations. And down the arm, there are snowflakes. It says Life is Good right on the back there. It's a really nice piece from this brand. In my sale, this was listed for $15.99, which someone bought it for last night. So I wound up making $11.80. This is back-to-back weeks now I've had Life is Good sell very quickly. Next is the opposite of a fast sale, and it's not really a good sale, but it is what it is because this is just a personal item from Scott's collection that I've had listed for a while. Honestly, if he had given me this today, I probably wouldn't have listed it. It is from Nautica. It's this performance t-shirt from their performance line. It's really stretchy. It is a really nice shirt, but I should have, like, it doesn't really have resale value. It's been listed 163 days. Today on Poshmark, someone offered me $9. This is actually my first sale since Ground Advantage shipping has started. With that, I have to say, I just saw when I was going to print this label that you're able to email the Poshmark information over to USPS. So I just emailed them my order for shipping supplies, and hopefully that gets here. I don't know. I assume it'll take a few weeks at a minimum. So we'll see what happens with that. But for now, I'll just be using regular poly mailers and boxes for Poshmark. And as far as all this extra packaging, I'll probably set it aside. I'm not going to get rid of it because a perfect example is the last time I made an order on Etsy, the buyer wanted that product really quickly, so they chose priority mail. So I assume I will have priority mail shipping in the future. I just have a lot of supplies, but I'll just find a storage area for it and keep it until I need it. Got some sales. Slow weekend. No fantastic sales, to be completely honest. Let's talk. First thing I have here is from my personal collection, and it's one of the oldest things in my closet. It is a LBD, a little black dress. This is from Guess. I bought this in, I think, 2022. Let's say 2022 for a wedding I was attending. And I remember, like, I feel like I paid $40 for this at TJ Maxx, and I did not get $40 in return for this one. It had been listed 211 days. It sold in my eBay sale for $11.40. And since it was one of my older items, I actually had charged like $2 extra for shipping. So I actually didn't make the worst profit on this. I made $11.02. Next, we have two smallish sales, but they are both things that I bought on Whatnot and I've sold pretty quickly. First here, if you saw the last video of things selling, I had gotten a lot of new with and without tags, this one specifically without tags, Halloween merchandise to list on my store. This is from Monkey, and it's just the top, but look how cute this is with little Dracula Snoopy there. What a soft material. So in this Whatnot show, my average cost of goods for everything I had bought was $5.77. I'm pretty sure this is the fourth item I've sold from this lot. I had it listed for 5 days for $16. Today on Poshmark, someone sent me a $13 offer, which I accepted, so I made $4.28, which it's not a big profit, but like, it was easy to list, and I'm having fun with all the Halloween stuff. Next is a very fast flip. This is not a haul I've posted yet as I'm filming this video. So this is a very artsy-fartsy kind of piece here. The brand is Parsley and Sage, and I wasn't sure if a size medium in this brand would sell quickly, but like I said, only 2 days. This is a very art to wear, log and look, abstract pieces type of brand. Honestly, this is, I feel like, probably one of their more tame pieces. It's just kind of got like asymmetrical details and such. So in this Whatnot show, my average cost of goods for everything was $3.84 an item. I did have this listed for $24.99, and today someone on eBay sent me an offer for $19.99, which I accepted, so I wound up making $12.47. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying not to get too in my head about it. I had one sale come through really late last night. It was a personal item. These are a pair of my jeans. They are from Gap. They are a boot cut, which I had thrifted these for myself, and I just have come to realize that I don't like a boot cut fit on me. I want to, but I don't. They're just, I don't like the straight look. It doesn't add enough shape to me, so I'm just not a fan. These have been listed 41 days. Last night on eBay, someone offered me 14, which I accepted. I wound up making $10.99 on them, which is definitely more than I paid for them whenever I originally thrifted them. So quiet. I'm not panicking at all. I sold a dress. It was one of my dresses. It is a full-length maxi dress. It's really, really pretty. Actually, the white is like a scalloped detail. It's full length. It's so pretty. This is from the brand Puella, which I didn't realize when I originally got this, that this is a brand that can be sold at Anthropologie. I had bought this on ThredUp. I feel like I got it 1 or 2 years ago. It just doesn't fit anymore. It's really, really pretty, really nice. I got an offer on eBay for $20. The person actually wrote a message asking if I would accept the offer because they're in California and the shipping was so expensive. And I mean, I really would have accepted the offer regardless. And when I accepted, they wrote like a nice thank you message, which is always so nice. But this was only listed 27 days and I didn't really expect it to sell this time of year, but it did. And I made $15.72. Again, not much to talk about, but I sold another full-length dress. This color, one of the reasons I picked this up was the color. I mean, I feel like this is like the perfect fall green. So this dress is a 2XL from Old Navy. It's got these really nice flutter sleeves. It fully buttons up down the front. The upper back is smocked. It is new with tags, originally retailed for $50. So I picked this up when it was part of the half price sale at Goodwill. So I paid $6 for it. It's been listed 49 days. I did list it for $34.99. And today someone on Curtsy sent me an offer for $25. And Curtsy doesn't have that many platform fees, so I accepted. And fun fact, I don't know if you guys sell on Curtsy, but Curtsy, you don't have to wait for like delivery or for like the buyer to accept the package. On Curtsy, once you ship and like they confirm like tracking has started on your package, they release your funds, which is really nice. The only thing I don't like, which I try not to have low dollar sales there, because if you don't have like at least $10 in your money pot, you can't transfer your money for free to the bank. So anytime like people send like offers or something, I want to make sure that my earnings are always over $10. Otherwise, it's not worth it to me. Mainly, I picked this up because the style was great, the size, the new with tags, and like I thought this would be like the perfect fall wedding guest dress. When I got into reselling, I wasn't thinking I'm going to start selling some Victoria's Secret on Etsy, but that is what just happened. So this is actually part of a 2-piece set that I had sourced, and I had already sold the first half of it. The lighting, oh my goodness. So this is, let's see if we can get a good shot of that. The Victoria's Secret gold label. This is a size medium, and it is a purple velvet burnout, just like a satin robe. It has pockets. It is missing the belt, and the buyer actually asked me if there was a belt, and they said like, don't worry, I'm still gonna buy it. I just want to know if I need to order a belt or not. So that was great. The slip version of this sold really quickly, actually, to a viewer, which I was so excited about. This one's been listed 119 days. So when I actually bought the set, it was one price at Goodwill. So I split the price at half for cost of goods. So my cost of goods for this was $3.48. On Etsy, if someone likes an item from my shop will email them a 10% off coupon. So the buyer used that coupon and got this robe for $19.12. So I wound up making a profit of $13.91. So I actually made a really good profit on the whole set combined, since I split it up into 2 separate transactions. I'm gonna be honest with you. I try to be as positive as possible. It's bad. I don't know what's happening. It's just bad. I have 2 sales to go over. And just wait. First, eBay. I went through a lot of old stuff and just discounted it heavily. Then someone on top of the discount, it was like 50% off, sent me an even lower offer, and I just accepted. This one is actually a bummer because I feel like I could have really made a lot of money, some good money on this. So this is parsley and sage in a size 1X, and you saw another parsley and sage earlier in this video sell super fast. And this is like probably one of the nicest pieces I found from this brand. Like the buttons are like this really cool like paint situation, and then the entire thing is embroidered. It's got embroidery on the sleeves, it's got embroidery on the back, like fantastic find. And as I was photographing it, I realized the stitching in the underarms has a situation. Like I obviously had to disclose that, like someone was like doing this or something when they were wearing it. That's what it looks like. And I was like, no. So I had to like already discount it a lot. This thrift trip that I got this one from, also not to mention like it's got fading, like washwear fading. Anyway, it's in less than ideal shape. I missed it and it's my own fault. A lesson learned. However, overall, like I do have a pretty good look. This is, anything I've bought from this brand now has sold. I don't have anything left. So what I was saying is my average cost of goods from the thrift haul that I got this in was $5.33. Now that being said, I'm pretty sure the thrift shop I got this from, it was like shirts were like $3 or $4. Like I didn't actually pay $5.33 for this. This is just to make this situation feel better. And I'm pretty sure I've made my money back on this thrift haul already. So technically anything is profit. But yeah, the offer I received for this was $8. So after fees and my average cost of goods, I made a nickel on this one after 102 days. That's sale number 1. Sale number 2 is another personal item from my collection. Another $8 offer I received today. So 2 $8 offers. I accepted it because again, I think I only had it listed for 10. This is a Mickey Mouse t-shirt. I got this, I've worn this so much, like you can't even see the words. I actually got this on ThredUp maybe 6-7 years ago. I've worn this a ton. It just doesn't fit anymore. It is a Disney park shirt. I really like it and I'm really sad it doesn't fit, but I sold it for $8. Did I say Poshmark? It's been listed 122 days and I made $5.05. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I also, like, before this week even started, I was like, my weekly goal is like Monday through Friday, I'm gonna do a minimum 10 posts a day. And I've been like sticking to that. I've been posting really good stuff, a lot of high value stuff. Like, I just feel like it's not getting seen and I don't know why. I'm being calm. It comes in waves, I know, but like this timing is a little scary. So trying to keep positive. Okay. I'm a conspiracy theorist right now. I swear, like a week ago, my eBay app, like visually it changed. And after I filmed that last part, I opened it up and it was the way it used to look. And now I've been getting watchers and I just made a sale. What is going on? What is going on? And it's like a normal sale. It's not like I made a nickel. Okay, here we go. Are we back? I hope so. I think it was last week I posted a video where I sourced a bunch of newer items from Whatnot that are Halloween-y. My average cost of goods for each item was $5.77. This item here has been listed 6 days. It was blowing up on Depop. I really thought that was where it was going to sell because it was like, it was getting all the likes. But somebody watched it today, not long ago, on eBay. I sent them 10% off. They accepted the offer of $22.49, a normal sale, thank God. And I made $12.36, and look at this. Can you even? Look at this. This is incredible. This one was new without tags. This is Peanuts. It is a 1X, and it's just this absolutely adorable crew neck black sweatshirt. If this was my size, this is how I would look every day. What is going on? Is anybody else extremely confused? We'll see what happens. Okay, something from my eBay sale sold. Again, not a big sale. This was something that my mom had sourced for me. I told her I wasn't really convinced that this was the most sellable thing over the summer, but she really wanted me to get it. It got so much like interest in Depop all summer long, but no one actually went through and bought it. I had lots of offers come through. Again, no one ever bought it. So I added it to my sale, and then on top of the sale, someone sent me a $9 offer, and I was just like, please take it. I don't need these sitting all winter. But they're a pair of like American flag shorts. I'm pretty sure the lighting. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure these are Y2K. They're very low rise. They have, it's not a brand I'm familiar with. That's like what their logo looks like. It is called Machine Novelle, I think it was what they were called when I looked them up, because they're pretty faded. Oh yeah, there it is. Machine, you even see that? Machine Novelle mode. Their size, it says size large USA 30. I sort of more so assumed that these would sell like 4th of July time, but here we are, mid-September, $9. And I wound up with a profit of $3.39. We've got a good one. We have got a good one. I'm so excited about this one. This is a pair of jeans that I had sourced when we went to New Jersey for a wedding, and I did pay up for them. So it is a pair of boot cut, semi kind of flared jeans. These are from Pilcrow, and this is the newer tag because it doesn't have any letterpress crossed out. These are a size 33. These are called, because it didn't actually say on here. So what I was able to do is I typed in the OB number, because like anything that falls under that Urban Outfitters umbrella typically will have an OB number. So that's Urban Outfitters, most of the Anthro brands, Free People, and these were called like the Icon boot cut flare. So I was able to get the exact name. These are in very, very good condition, like barely look worn. Did I say I did source them for $9.49. They've been listed 37 days. Somebody this morning watched them on my eBay. Apparently people are seeing stuff now. I sent them a 5% off discount, which was accepted for $35.63. So I wound up with a profit of $19.88. I have a Macari and a Depop sale that just came through. This first one sold in less than an hour. So last weekend I was at my parents' house and I actually went thrifting with my dad and kind of showed him my process and how I pick out things, and he was shocked to see me pick up this brand, Fashion Bug. This is actually the first time I've ever picked up Fashion Bug, and it was 100% a style pickup. It is a black and white corset style kind of Y2K vintage top. So this is an extra large, and it is just this like front closure, very basic corset style top. I used a lot of keywords for this one: gothic, dark romantic, whimsy goth, Y2K style, lots of those types of words. This thrift shop, I wound up averaging my cost of goods for each item, and that was $4.06 an item. I listed it for $26.99, and like I said, in less than an hour I had an offer for $21.59, which I accepted, so I made $14.84. Next is a belt. I feel like I haven't been selling as many belts. This one has been listed a while. This was one that my dad had sourced. It's from J. Crew, and typically when I have a J. Crew belt, I feel like it does sell. This is a women's size medium. It's patent leather, and it's been listed for 138 days. My dad had sourced it for $1. Today on Depop, I got an offer for $15, which I accepted, and the buyer immediately bought it, which is always exciting. So I made $12.76. I really think whatever glitched on eBay has been fixed. I've been having a lot of engagement, a lot of watchers. Come here. I've also had some more lowball offers come through that I have been countering, but you know, engagement is engagement, and I will take it because for like a week there it was really quiet. So I actually have one eBay sale and one Curtsy sale to go through. This first one was, I didn't even know if I wanted to pick this one up, and I'm shocked how fast it sold. So this is a 100% linen coral button front sleeveless top. I guess you could wear it as a vest. I was not familiar with this brand, Edward. Actually, a lot of the sold comps I had seen in this brand, the linen said like Irish, 100% Irish linen, and that's not what this says, but this one was surprising to me. I had bought it almost thinking about keeping it for me. I never wound up trying it on, so I just listed it. I did pay $2 for it at a local thrift shop. It was only listed 16 days, this linen top. And last night on eBay, someone sent me an $18 offer, and I was like, yes. So I made $14.45. Next, here's an Abercrombie piece, and this one sold on Curtsy, and I feel like my Abercrombie stuff on Curtsy is always getting a lot of attention. One thing I really don't like about Curtsy is like people like to expect free shipping on Curtsy, but like I don't actually post to Curtsy. I just have it set up that my Curtsy will pull anything that I list on Poshmark. It only sells women's clothes, so it'll pull all of your women's clothes from Poshmark and list it on Curtsy. So like I don't really touch it. So like a lot of the people who like want to buy stuff like will say like free they'll buy it if you offer free shipping. And so like they said it for like an Abercrombie. Somebody offered me to buy something this week for an Abercrombie piece, and it was like, with free shipping, her earnings would be $1.26. And I was like, who are the people that are doing this? This is a really nice ribbed mock neck bodysuit. It's an extra small from Abercrombie. I had gotten this when I was at a thrift shop a couple months ago with Scott over the summer. I did pay $4.99 for this, but I looked this over, and this is a really like nice substantial piece from Abercrombie. So I really did think this would sell, and this time of year makes sense for a mock neck. It's got like a thick rib knit to sell. It's been listed 58 days, and I did go back and forth with the buyer because like they sent me a lower offer, and we were countering back and forth. And I wound up accepting a $17 offer from them. And then when I went to print the shipping label, because there's not like poundage numbers on Poshmark, I guess when it pulls it over, it kind of assumes the price that the buyer should pay. So they had this as like an 8-ounce shipping purchase for the buyer. So I actually had to upgrade it another $1 to like a 3/4 pound order. So I wound up losing $1 there, but I made $8.50. I have 2 eBay sales here. So this first one is from Mother's Day gift from my dad. He had gone to a yard sale and gotten me a bunch of stuff to list, and like that was my Mother's Day gift. So this is from Cleo. I'm pretty sure this is like an older, probably like Y2K era little cardigan. It's still new with tags, and it's a beaded floral embroidered really cute cardigan. It's really pretty, but I'm going to assume the reason this has taken so long to sell is it is a medium, and it's very tiny, and I just feel like the size of this, and I did note that like there is some like wear to it, and I think this is just from like however it's been sitting all these years, it just has some wear to it. So this sold in my 50% off sale for $10.45, so I made $7.84. Next is a small flip, but a super fast flip. This only took 2 days to sell. This is a sweater that I found half price at a local thrift shop, and it is a Chicago Bulls kind of ugly Christmas sweater. It is like, it literally looks like somebody wore this to a Christmas party and then wound up donating it, which is kind of why I didn't expect to get a lot for something like this. Like, this is just one of those novelty things where people like want something. It is only like from Primark. It's not like a fancy brand. I more so bought it because like it's like one of those things like people want and they don't want to spend a lot of money on it. So I had sourced this for $3.50. I listed it for $16. And then me and a buyer were going back and forth, and I wound up sending in a $12 offer that they accepted. So I'm making $4.68. I have one more smaller sale for the week that came through in my 50% off sale. However, I already know what my first sale of like the new week is, and it's fantastic. I just feel like we hit that uptick for my store, so I'm feeling better. I had put these Bonobos pants in my sale. These are the Friday, which I just think that the days of the week mean they have like a different color for each day. So the gray is the Friday pant. These are really nice. They're the tailored fit. These are a 33-32. I had bought 2 pairs once, quite a few months ago, and I had paid the Goodwill asking price, and they sat for so long. The other pair has sold already, but they just didn't sell for much. So I'm not against picking up the brand, but I just wouldn't pay the Goodwill asking prices. So I did pay $4.99 for these. These had been listed for 151 days, and they were just sitting. So I did put them in the 50% off sale, and then on top of that, someone offered me $12 last night, which I accepted just to be able to make my money back at this point. And I wound up making $3.95. Alright, so the first half of this week was very, very difficult and very scary. So I'm glad that it has been picking up. I did wind up with a total of 21 sales this week, which is more than I had last week. And my sales are also higher from last week. So for my sales total for all those sales came out to $452.78. I would like that a little bit higher now that we're inching towards fully fall, but I'm much happier with how things are ending this week versus last week. My profit on those items, not huge, only $209.43, but I was running the 50% off sale on a lot of older inventory and just trying to wake up eBay again, which I feel very confident. I honestly could have had more sales this week. I just had gotten some offers on 2 of my higher ticketed items in my shop, a pair of boots and a jacket, that the offers I had gotten weren't ones I wanted to accept and I had countered and they haven't sold yet. But that being said, like I could have had more sales this week. Those two items, one, they're higher ticket items. Two, they both haven't been listed long, so I didn't feel like I had to like go low on them. So yeah, that also brings me the encouragement I need. I did realize last week my what's all videos, I forgot to do my tallies, my totals for the end. So right now for the month of September, my sales are sitting at $1,231.94. And of that, the profit's only $651.05. Like this month, I feel like I've been clearing out a lot of older stuff, so I haven't been making the most profits. So for the year, if you're new here, I just started reselling in February. My sales total for the year right now is $12,934.64. I'm really close to 13,000 in sales. I hadn't realized. Of that, profit is $7,839.86. So I'm getting really close to 8,000 in profit too, which is awesome. So I am very excited to start filming the next week, like next week's sales, because like I said, I already have the first sale of the week to package and it's a really, really good one. So let me know, how are your sales looking? Are you trying to clear out older inventory also? What was your best sale of the week? See you next week.